Hey everyone, welcome to Board Game Essentials. My name is Kodai. Today I'm going to be teaching you Hanabi. This is a 2 to 5 player cooperative card game where players are trying to build the most beautiful fireworks display in the land. However, there is just one catch. They can't look at their hands. Let me show you how to play. Set the 8 blue clock tokens and the 4 black fuse tokens next to the game box lid. Shuffle up to 50 cards and deal out each player a hand of 4 to 5 cards face down on the table. 4 cards for a 4 to 5 player game and 5 cards for a 2 to 3 player game. Now this is important. Do not look at your own cards. Place them into your hand so that the colors and the numbers on the cards do not face you. Now we are ready to play. I will note that these cards on the bottom represents my hand. The cards over here represents player 2. These cards over here is for just an example of how the fireworks will be displayed. You have to go in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each color, and you have to play them in order, just like that. The goal of the game is to play cards from your hand in ascending order with colors matching. The player with the most colorful clothing begins the game. Then players take their turn going in a clockwise direction. On a player's turn, they will choose one action out of 3 to perform, and they are: give one piece of information, either a color or a number, discard a card, and play a card. Let's go over what each of these actions do now. When you give a piece of information, in order to do this, you must first discard a blue clock token to the game box lid. Then there are 2 types of information you can give one player, but you can only choose one. It's either the color or the number. So we're going to do that first. Giving information about one color means you can point at a player's hand and tell them how many of one color they have in their hand. For example, you have 1 red card is valid, or you have 2 green cards is valid. The other type of information you can give is about the number. This means you can point to a player's hand and tell them how many of one number they have in their hand. For example, you have 1 card with a value of 5 is valid, or you have 2 cards with a value of 1 is valid. It is important to note you must give the complete information. If the player has 2 green cards, you must tell them that they have 2 green cards. You cannot point at one and say you have 1 green card. This is not valid. The discarding a card action. This helps players gain a blue clock token back to the table, allowing them to give more information back to other players. To perform this action, the player clearly announces discarding this card, then places the card face up on the discard pile. He then receives a new card from the draw pile to add to his hand. Do not look at this card. Then take a blue clock token back from the game box. So if I were to do the discarding a card action, I would say discarding this card, and I would tell everyone, discard it, grab the blue clock token back, and grab a new card. Do not look at it. The playing a card action means you can take 1 card from your hand and declare play a card. Then see if the card you played begins, adds to, or completes a firework. Then it is added to the appropriate color firework and draw a new card. Do not look at this card. Or the card you played doesn't begin, adds to, or complete a firework. When this happens, discard the card, discard a black fuse token from the game box, and draw a new card. Do not look at this card again. Alright, so for example, if I knew that this card was a yellow 4 from a previous turn, then I can say play a card. I flip it over, I look at it. Does it fit? Yes, it does. It fits right on top, right over there. So that's good. And then I would draw a new card. A special bonus is awarded if the player completes a firework with a 5 valued card. The players receive a free blue clock token back from the game box. So for example, if I had told this player that he had a 5, then he might play it on his turn. So he would say declare play a card. He plays it. It fits over there. So that would gain us a extra blue clock token. However, our box is empty. So in this case, we actually don't get any. There are 3 ways to end the game of Hanabi. The game ends immediately and is lost if the 3rd black fuse token is added to the game box. The game ends immediately and is a stunning victory if the players manage to make all 5 fireworks and are awarded the maximum score of 25 points. The 3rd way to end the game is if a player takes the last card from the pile, then each player plays 1 more time, including the player who just picked up the card, and then they're going to score their points accordingly. to calculate score is quite simple. We're going to add the highest valued card for each color of firework together, and that is your end game total. So for example, we scored 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3. Now this is a 17. So now we're going to look in the rule book and read about our beautiful description about how our fireworks look. So in our case, a 16 to 20 is excellent and crowd pleasing. Huzzah! So now we're continuing our game from the explanation, and we're using the same setup. And it's now Evan's turn. So go ahead, Evan.
Okay, Corey, you have one card with a value of 2.
Is it this one?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm going to play this. Oh, because Evan gave us a piece of information, he had to discard it.
Oh my god, I always forget to do that, and I'm so bad at this game.
That's
All right,
okay.
Go ahead, Nicole.
All right, well, since we're pretty low on time now, I'm going to discard this guy and gain back some time.
Awesome.
And draw a card.
What?
So now the end game triggers, and each player gets one more turn, including Nicole. So go ahead, Evan.
Okay, so you have one card with a value of 3.
Ooh. Okay, so Evan spent that time.
Yes, I did. I always spend time. Never remember to do it.
So I'm just going to play it.
That's not it.
So I'm just going to play it.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I can't draw anymore because there's no more in the draw pile. Nicole, it's your turn.
Oh, I have the last turn.
You have the last turn. You can either play or discard, I guess. Doesn't matter which one. Because we still have plenty of black fuse tokens.
Play that one. Am I allowed to say that?
No, you're not.
Okay.
allowed to say that.
Don't listen to me.
Okay.
Hooray, that fits.
Oh yeah!
All right, so
Fireworks!
why'd you do that? All right. So now we're gonna score, and we have 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 equals 20. Awesome.